All right, Garen, why don't you take us through game 2?
Okay, so the second game is on Friday night. Nice to have Friday evening rugby. You know, again, it's been a while since we had that. Back in South Africa, you got the Bulls at home against the Brumbies. The Brumbies flying high in the Australian Conference, but coming off a really poor performance, against the Cheetahs last weekend. I was really disappointed in the way they played. I expected them to win. It cost me some chocolate last week. But I expect them to bounce back and be a lot better in their second match. You know, they've got a couple of Australian teams closing in on them in their own conference. We've talked about, you know, topping the conference and the benefits that brings with the home semi-finals. So, but you know, the Bulls at home are really an impressive side. You know, the Loftus faithful gets behind the team. You know, I expect them to be very tough to beat. I think the Brumbies are going to fall short again and leave South Africa having lost both of their games, which will be a good thing from a South African point of view, obviously. And a lot of other teams like really hoping that the Bulls do knock over the Brumbies so they can give, you know, a chance to close up in the standings. So I'm going to go for a hard-fought Bulls victory at home by 4 points.
All right, Rob.
Sorry to be boring, I'm agreeing with Garen again.
You guys are so boring today.
But I'm going to tighten the margin a little. I'm going to say perhaps Bulls to squeak it by 1 point, because looking at the teams on paper, it could be a desperately close battle. A lot at stake for both teams. I think for the Bulls, it really is a straight knockout affair, because if they lose, I don't see how mathematically they can stay in the picture for the playoffs. It's as simple as that. They need to get at least 4 points out of this match to stay alive. They've then got a couple of sort of easier games, although there's really no such thing in Super Rugby. But on paper, a couple of easier games. So they've really got to be motivated, really on the button against the Brumbies. And I just about think that they'll do it. I know they lost the semi-final last year, going 26-23. Remember, in late season to the Brumbies, but it was touch and go. The Bulls were leading, I think, until the 78th minute when Kurudrani got the winning try, which kind of stole the game in a sense for the Brumbies. So the Bulls won't be too perturbed by that. They'll know that they potentially had their measure in the last time they met at Loftus. High felt conditions. The Bulls don't often get rolled at Loftus. So common sense tells me that the Bulls will just about do it.
Well, since you guys are agreeing on everything today, I'm going to have to start putting you against each other with scores.